almost like I'd done it before.
Talk a little bit about as the game progressed. Did you feel like you had more confidence, or did you always go into it feeling that you were a confident guy and that you were going to get the job done if ever called on?
Actually, I started out nervous, but it was kind of like just the pregame jitters, like getting back into actually kind of getting on like in the game. But I was telling Toth that like I felt like I was back in high school after I got my couple kicks in. Like I felt calm. I felt like I could kick whatever I need to do. So it was a good feeling.
What was the process that even led you to become a kicker in Indiana? Had you hoped to maybe be a scholarship kicker? I mean, were you like what they call a preferred walk-on, or how do you end up from Greenwood to kicking for the Hoosiers?
A very long process. Lots and lots of camps, some disappointments, but I mean, my entire family went here. Like it was somewhere I wanted to go, and I had a couple scholarships from lower schools and preferred walk-ons, but I knew like if it didn't work out here, I was still at the school I wanted to be, so I wanted to come here anyways.
Griffin, talk a little about that redshirt year and how it really got you ready, and also how I know you weren't even born when Scott Pinnell hit that 55-yarder, but talk a little about the relationship with Mitch Ewald and the effect they had on your redshirt.
The redshirt was kind of a reality check. Like you come from high school where like no one else was behind you. Like you knew you were going to go out and play every week, and then you come here with a guy like Mitch, who's undoubtedly one of the greatest of all time here. So, and he was a huge help. Like even though I came in as a freshman, I kind of stayed back and like let him do like his job because he was obviously been here and he had a job to do, and I was just going to do whatever I could to help him out. Whether obviously it was carry the balls like last year. So, but we keep in touch. So he's been helping me out a lot lately. So it's been good.
You mentioned that team of Matt and Eric. Talk a little about that, and what's the perfect kick? The 58-yarder had distance, but what's the perfect kick from snap to hold the boot?
Man, they're a machine. They're a perfect machine. They make my job so much easier than it needs to be. And Dooley's a class act. So is Toth. They're great guys. I mean, there's really not much I can say about it. Like they make it easy for me to just go up and kick. Like they're the ones that make it all work.
Have you maintained the tradition that Mitch extended of kicking it with the specialist? Do you still have team meals with the specialist?
We try to keep that up. We started out a little bit slower this year, so we kind of had to back off on the loudness of the letter, I guess. So hopefully we can pick it up, our performance in the games, and then we can kind of pick it back up.
Who does the newsletter this year?
Toth and Dooley.
Kickers are often categorized as quirky or whatever. Do you have any superstitions there?
Not really. I mean, I like to kind of stay to myself, like do everything the same in practice. Like obviously bring a little bit of energy because being especially a walk-on kicker, being my age, like you don't want to just sit back and be just in the shadows. So I try to especially for early practices, you gotta somehow get excited for something. So I try not to just be a bump on a log.
Do you play any other position? Did you do anything other than kick in high school? Did you do any other sports?
No, I played soccer until my early junior year, but then I said I was exhausted by the time Fridays came because we had 2 games a week. So I said time to hang that up and focus on one thing.
How much did the Missouri game, just getting the opportunity to kick off in that game, did that take some of the tension or the anxiety away from getting into this ball game this past week?
Kinda. It was kind of a different kind of thing because for the Missouri game, I went thinking Aaron's gonna do well. I always think the guy in front of me is gonna do well. I don't wish anything bad on anybody like that. So I was thinking I'm gonna get his back on this. He's gonna be fine. I'm gonna do my job as a backup guy. And so when I got put in there, it was kind of just I don't have time to think about this. I just gotta go do it. But for this week, I was getting some of the 1 reps, and so I was thinking I gotta get mentally prepared to get ready to actually play. So it was a little more, I wouldn't say stressful, but it was just a different kind of preparation and excitement. I was pretty excited for this game.